Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SportsNetUSA.net. And we are at the Super Regionals live at Cypress College as Cypress once again looking ahead to state for the CCCAA Softball Championships. I am Corey Nayland alongside Albert Robles here between the Chargers who took game one yesterday, 10-3 over the visiting Palomar Comets. The Chargers on the season after yesterday's win, 34-12. They finished their OEC conference with a 19-5 record. Palomar comes in at 33-8 now after yesterday's loss. They were in the PCAC and were 10-2 in conference play. But we're here for game two. We can have one game, Albert, or we can have two here today as Allison Amato checks in for Palomar. She will lead things off for the Comets. She'll be followed by Samara Martinez, Taylor Harrison, and if either one of them get on base, Alexia Terrazas in the cleanup spot. And the first pitch delivered is a strike on the inside corner by Emily Rush. Kelly Nutter batting fifth. Hannah Byer playing first base. She'll be sixth. Malachi Russell Millen is batting seventh. Elisa Haas, eighth at catcher. 0-1 pitch is low and inside, 1-1. And Katie Herman in center field will round out the batting lineup for the Comets. For Cypress, Emily Rush in the circle, OEC Player of the Year, Emily Rush. This one is flared out to Huerta for a little pop-up, P4 if you're scoring at home for the first out of the game. Good pitch by Rush on the inside. Emily Rush, after yesterday's win, 24-8 with 2 saves. She went 6 1/3 yesterday. She came into this 3-game set with a 1.82 earned run average. Off-speed pitch over the plate for strike one. Samara Martinez in yesterday's game went 1 for 2, scored a run, had an RBI. Cypress played a perfect game in the field, no errors, and there's one lifted in the left field. Under it is Jordan Thompson, and she makes the grab. So 2 flyouts on the first 2 batters for Emily Rush. Her battery mate for today's ball game is Nivea Armenta at first base. Paige Safer. Second is Alyssa Huerta.
Now batting number 9, Taylor Harrison.
Third base will be Eliza Sandoval. At shortstop, Cameron Adimondo. Nothing's changed on the infield nor the outfield from yesterday. Jordan Thompson, who made that catch, Cameron Curiel, and Sarah Crespo in the outfield. There's a grounder in between the 5-hole into left field. A base hit for Taylor Harrison. So Harrison gets on base, came into the series
Now batting number 10,
batting
Alexia
.392,
Terrazas.
and when she's on base, 13 stolen bases this season, tied for second. And Alexia Terrazas now steps up to the plate. She was 0 for 2 yesterday. Takes that at the knees. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Just started here, top of the first at Cypress College. Don't forget, this is just 1 of 2. This is fouled off. 1 of 2 games on SportsNetUSA.net. You don't hear the familiar dulcet tones of Mark Pavlovich. He is over at Cerritos with Ed Ford as Cerritos looking to bounce back after the first loss in their series to Santiago Canyon, 8-0. Rush with the 0-2 pitch, 2 outs. That's a rise pitch outside. That is ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The win finally joined us. Hot early morning with the setup here at Cypress. Wind is blowing from right to left. This one's fouled straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good cut by Terrazas. She came into the series batting .365. Again, was 0 for 2 yesterday. She's a first-team all-conference All three outfielders for Palomar were first team all conference. This one's fouled straight back as well. Good swings. They didn't have this yesterday. More aggressive at the plate against Emily Rush. Not only was Rush an the OEC Player of the Year, she should be an all-stater as well. 6th in the state in innings pitched. High and outside 2. Sandoval even at the bag. Schaefer at the grass area with 2 outs. You play back. That runner on first is Harrison, who single to left. Off-speed pitch. Runs the count full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the first inning. Look for Taylor Harrison to be on the move. Good speed. At first base is the right fielder. She's gone, and there's strike 3 swinging. Rush came upstairs. Terrazas couldn't handle it. A little bit late, and that'll end the inning. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, and 1 left on base. So we move to the bottom half of the first inning with Cypress coming up and see what they can do, what they did yesterday, and score 2 runs in the first here on SportsNetUSA.net. And they will have Emily Rush, who closed that out, followed by Jordan Thompson, who had a heck of a game yesterday, the MVP, if you will, of yesterday's game. Eliza Sandoval batting 3rd. In cleanup is Paige Schaefer. Batting 5th is Alyssa Huerta, who had an RBI. Cameron Adamando batting 6th. Aubrey New, she's going to be the designated player. She's batting 7th. Nivea Armenta behind the plate batting 8th. And Cameron Curiel, the best center fielder. And Mark Pavlovich will say in the OEC, yes, in SoCal, he'll say that as well. And he also say the best center fielder in the state. We had a long conversation yesterday on the drive home about Cameron Curiel's defensive play and one of the best we've seen on the diamond since we've been calling games at the community college level. Sarah Crespo, who's a flex player, is in right field. In the circle for Palomar will be India Caldwell, who dropped to a record of 18-4 yesterday after the loss. She only went 1 1/3 inning in that loss before she gave way to Farrah Stephanie. So Caldwell, one of the best pitchers in the state, with a 0.67 earned run average, 7.6 Ks per 7. So she can strike him out. But yesterday, Cypress came to play with that win. So Emily Rush, we'll go over her stats in just one moment because they are impressive before yesterday's game. Takes that off-speed pitch for a strike. 399 average, 497 on base, 776 slugging. 11 home runs, 48 RBIs, 21 walks, 19 doubles on the season. She blows by on that one. No balls and 2 strikes and 57 hits. All those lead the team for Emily Rush. A few of those were tops in the OEC as well. State-wise, 15th in slugging percentage, 6th in home run. She's tied for 7th in RBI. She takes that one high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And she was 18th in hits in the state, tied for 4th in doubles. Impressive stat sheet stuffer is Emily Rush. Aggressive swinging, fouls that one way back. Count stays at 1-2. So in the circle is Caldwell. Her battery mate will be Elisa Haas. Haas out in Escondido as Palomar in their black unis, white trim on the tops. Rush. Albert, she's trying to end the game with 1 swing right here in the first at-bat in her first inning. She's had 3 strong hacks. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And this was belted in the left field, way foul. But you see her mindset at the plate. You bring it in, she's going to put it out. You bring it outside, she's going to put it out. Let's see if we see another rise pitch from Caldwell here. Anything below the waist is going to be hit far. Caldwell with that smooth stride in the circle, popped straight up. Haas looking for it. She tracks it down and makes the catch. And Caldwell thought it was going out of play. Good alertness by Haas thought it was going out of play. Good alertness by Caldwell. Jordan Thompson steps up to bat where she's 2 for 3 yesterday with 3 RBI and scored twice. At first base starting today is going to be Hannah Byer. Malachi Russell Millen will still be at second base for the Comets. First pitch delivered, strike to Thompson. At shortstop will be Samara Martinez, and at third base, Ali Amato. In the outfield, Alexia Terreras, Katie Herman, and Taylor Harrison from left to right. No changes there as well. Thompson, high fly ball, center field. It gets caught in the wind and falls in between Martinez and the center fielder Herman. And it stays in for a single. She continues her hot hitting and her first at bat. So a single for Jordan Thompson. She's now 3 for 4 in the series, and this will bring up Eliza Sandoval,
number 5, Eliza Sandoval,
who went 1 for 3 and had an RBI yesterday. First pitch delivered for a strike to all 3 batters by Caldwell. Trying to get ahead in the count, trying to control this tempo and control the bats and what Cypress wants to do in the box. And there goes Thompson. She's in there for a stolen base, runner in scoring position with 1 out. For Thompson, that's steal number 21 to increase her team lead. So 1 out, no balls, 2 strikes. 207 down the left field line, 220 to straightaway center, and 209 down the right field line here at Cypress College. Tough pitch to take. They're going to say just high above the numbers. 1 ball and 2 strikes. From the peanut gallery, we're going to call that a strike, especially for a Palomar fan. Off-speed pitch, there's 2. And they're going to say just missed the plate on the outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's got to be a great eye for Sandoval. 1 out, and your runner at second base is Thompson. 2-2 delivery, up high and popped up. Caldwell under it in the circle. Sandoval stayed off 2 of those high pitches, but she couldn't stay off that third one. Good job by Caldwell to stay with it to implement her plan, and this will bring up Paige Schaefer. So Schaefer out of Marina High School, the 5'11" first baseman, was 1 for 3 yesterday with the run. 2 outs. Runner at second is Thompson. Schaefer takes her first pitch for a ball. So remember, yesterday Cypress got off to 2 early runs in the first inning, really set the tone for yesterday's ball game. And that is high. 2 balls and no strikes. They're playing Schaefer to slap the ball to the left side. Terrazas in left field, close to the line. The center fielder is Herman. She's playing in that left center gap. And the right fielder, Harrison, is straight away right field. And the off-speed pitch is inside and low. 3 balls and no strikes. On deck is Huerta, who had a hit yesterday. Paige And that's ball 4 outside. Runners at first and second. And that is one of the issues that Caldwell had in her 1 1/3 outing yesterday is walk. She had 3 walks.
Now batting number 14, Alyssa Huerta.
So she had 3 walks in an inning and a third yesterday. Huerta squares the bunt with 2 outs. He takes that in for a strike. So speed on the base paths. Schaefer's got 9 stolen bases, 21. For Thompson at second. Anything in the outfield, you're looking at Brad Pickler, very aggressive, is going to score 1. Off-speed pitch, little breaking ball action. No balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch in the infield. Under it is Martinez. So 3 pop-ups to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on at the end of 1. It is tied at 0. So no score here as we move to the second inning. This is Cypress College softball, the Super Regionals on sportsnetusa.net.
You used to call me on my you used to. Yeah. You used to call me on
So due up for Palomar in their top half of the second is going to be Kelly Nutter, Hannah Beyer, and Malachi Russell Millen. And yesterday, as we mentioned, Cypress with the win in their Super Regional 10-3. High scoring action yesterday around Southern California in the other 3 Super Regionals as Santiago Canyon beat Cerritos 8-0. Stella Turner gets the win for Santiago Canyon, and Samantha Eastless the loss for Cerritos. Sacramento, but Santa Ana did the same thing to Long Beach City. Another 8-0 win behind the strong arm of the pitcher of the year in California, Miss Rosas. Nutter nubs one. Schaefer smothers it and steps on first for the 1 for the first out. 3 unassisted. If you're scoring at home, that'll bring up Hannah Beyer, who did not play yesterday. She gets the start at first today.
Now batting number 6, Hannah Beyer.
So a 5'5" freshman from Glendora High School. And that other regional outside tried to get that curve, just missed. That other super regional was the upset of the day in California. Excuse me. And this one's lined in the center field for a base hit. Hannah Beyer is on base with her first hit of the series. And it's a single well hit for the second hit of the game. Russell Malachi Millen steps into the batter's box. That upset was Mount Sac losing 7-4 to Bakersfield College yesterday. And that's an upset if you've ever seen one. And we'll talk about the NorCal Super Regionals in just a moment as a runner on first base. Beyer not that much of a threat to steal. She only has 3 on the season. Malachi Millen, 323 average with 21 RBI. Hasn't done much in the 3 games. Beyer takes off, it's flared, fouled back. So Russell Millen 0 for 2 yesterday. And in that doubleheader between these two, she was 0 for 5. So in 3 games, Malachi Millen is 0 for 7. Emily Rush, she squares the bunt, lays one down beautifully Schaefer's only played his first base to Huerta covering. But it does advance the runner.